Hey guys, today we're going to be ranking every Manchester City signing under Pep Guardiola. Let's do it. Okay, we're starting off with a bang because Ilkay Gundogan, if I put him anywhere other than club legend, I'd be stupid. Listen, I was there for that Aston Villa game. 2 goals to seal us the title in the most dramatic fashion. This man gave me one of the best days of my whole life. And a first-minute goal in the FA Cup final against Manchester United. A goal that meant that we could potentially get the treble. Honestly, man, this guy is above club legend status. Next up is the Jamaican General, and if I put this man anywhere other than club legend as well, I'd be stupid as hell. His Champions League final performance alone puts him up there. A lot of people critiqued us when we signed him back in 2016, but knowing what I know now and seeing what I saw, if I could go back in time, I'd sign him 10 times again. John Stones, absolute club legend. Next up, Leroy Sané. Now, Leroy Sané was literally... Next up is Leroy Sané. Now, Leroy Sané is one of my favourite players of all time. To me, he's an honorary club legend. I even named my cat after him. But out of respect for those who stayed longer and committed their whole career to City, I'm gonna put him in world class. He's won 2 Premier Leagues for us and he's part of the most entertaining period of time in the Premier League. Raheem Sterling, Aguero and Leroy Sané, that was the most fun I've had watching a trio. So yeah, I'm definitely putting him in world class. Now, Claudio Bravo, man. Honestly, this guy came to replace Joe Hart. He did not do his job at all. I'm not even gonna put him in did his job. But it's not like he left in a disrespectful way. I feel like he tried to do his best, but it just wasn't enough, so I'm gonna put him in below average. Now, honestly, this signing, when it happened, I thought, what the hell are we doing? And yeah, I was absolutely right at the time, because this guy might have been one of the worst signings I've ever seen in my life. I didn't keep up with what he did after, I don't really care, but this guy was so horrible to watch. I'm gonna put him in big mistake. Next up is Gabi, who's a gooner now, but I witnessed him score 4 goals for me, and I think he did a pretty good job at his time in City. I'm gonna put him in good. He did score a goal against Real Madrid. He has had his moments, but he didn't live up to what we thought would be the person that would overtake, or not overtake, but replace Aguero. And next up is, in my opinion, the greatest right back to ever grace the Premier League. Even though his comments after he left City left a sour taste in our mouths, but when this guy was at his best, he was absolutely unplayable. So I'm gonna put him in club legend. Obviously not as much of a club legend as Gundogan and John Stones, but yeah, I'm putting him in club legend. People like Neymar, Vinicius, and a few more players said that he was the hardest player they faced, so you gotta agree with me. Next up is our latest captain, Bernardo Silva. Now, obviously, I'm gonna put him in club legend. This man played every position in the book, like, you couldn't ask more of him. And when he signed for City, he said people in Monaco called him bubblegum because the ball stuck to his foot. And honestly, out of all the players that I've witnessed in real time, this guy absolutely amazed me. It just doesn't look real the way he manipulates the ball. So yeah, club legend for sure. Next up is Ederson, and Ederson to me was so overhated and got so mistreated. This guy had his family threatened and everything. Honestly, to me, he's an absolute club legend, man. He did exactly what was asked from him. And this guy was so good with his feet, Pep Guardiola asked him to take a penalty against Real Madrid in the knockouts of the Champions League. And he scored. So yeah, absolutely legendary stuff, man. He's in the club legend category. Next up is Danilo. Now, this guy came into City as a Madrid reject. They were thanking us that we bought him off of them. But honestly, I saw nothing bad from him. I remember when he scored this banger from outside the box. And yeah, he was decent. I'm not going to say he's one of the greatest out there, but he was decent. So I'm just going to put him in, did their job. Next up is Benjamin Mendy. Now, ability-wise, I could say he's good, but because of the whole controversy and you never know what actually happened with all that stuff, so I'm just going to say no comment. Next up is Aymeric Laporte. Now, I'm not going to lie, I feel like this guy left too soon. This guy should have stayed and battled for his position. He was so good, and he just showed us that he could still play at the highest level. This guy just won the World Cup and he was a starter. He wasn't in his best form in his last few years for us, so I can't put him in world class, but he's definitely better than good, so I'm just going to put him in good for now. Next up is Riyad Mahrez. Now, Riyad Mahrez, I will literally die on this hill saying that he's a club legend, because he absolutely is a club legend. The flair, the amount of goals from a winger, that first touch, literally all the trophies he won us. Obviously not single-handedly, but he played a major role in each and every single one of them. And in my opinion, he should have played in that Champions League final. So I'm definitely putting him in club legend. Next up is this guy called Philippe Sandler. Apparently we signed this guy. I don't remember him playing. I don't even remember him warm the bench. Maybe he played for the under whatever. So I'm just going to put him in no comment. Next up is Rodri. Club legend. Enough said. Ballon d'Or. So many trophies. First ever Champions League. He scored the goal. So to me, he's absolutely up there with everyone else. Next up is Joao Cancelo. Now, honestly, this guy had so much potential to be up there with the club legends of this football club. He could have been up there with Kyle Walker. If whatever happened between him and Pep never happened, this guy would have helped us so much. The amount of talent he has, that assist alone to Haaland, the whole Trivela and everything. He had so much talent and potential in his position, so I'll put him in world class because he was absolutely unreal. Next up is Angelino. Now, this guy is funny, but football-wise, I feel like he didn't really live up to the expectations that we thought he'd give us. So I'm just going to put him below average. Next up is Zach Steffen. Now, he came in as a backup keeper, so I guess he did his job. I'm just going to put him in did his job because he did basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to put him in or I'll just put him below average out of respect to Claudio Bravo. Next up is Ruben Dias. Now, Ruben Dias has still not got to that club legend status, in my opinion. He needs to maybe captain the team going forward a bit better. So I think I'll put him in world class because he absolutely is. That season when he first came in, he was absolutely unplayable. And there's still more to come from this guy. So yeah, I'm putting him in world class right now, but top of world class, and he could potentially sneak into club legend very soon. Next up is Nathan Ake, and to me, this guy's an absolute club legend. I know I put a lot of players in club legend, but we literally watched a golden generation with this Pep Guardiola era. This guy was so clutch in that treble season, I'm definitely not moving him from club legend. Next up is Ferran Torres, who just scored the winning goal in the World Cup final. Listen, in my opinion, other than that back heel scorpion kick whatever goal that he scored, which was absolutely amazing, he didn't do his job at all. I'm going to put him in below average. He's not a big mistake, because we did get some money off him, which we're still getting paid for, by the way. Barcelona are paying for his installments like he's a car or something, so I'm just going to put him in below average. Maybe above these guys. Not even above these guys, like somewhere here. Next up is Jack Grealish. Now, people hate my opinion on this guy, but this guy is actually so pivotal to the treble-winning season. Pep gave him a very specific role and he played it to perfection. And I don't care, I'll die on this hill as well, because this guy was absolutely great in that treble winning season. And if he wasn't there, we wouldn't have won the treble. So yeah, I'm putting him in world class. I wish it just worked out better because I absolutely love him. I actually have a scarf of Jack Grealish. It's the only player I have a scarf of. But yeah, I'm putting him in world class. Scott Carson. Scott Carson needs to be in a tier of his own because this guy's an absolute legend, man. He literally played, 101 minutes and he has however many trophies and he's made like £8 million or £10 million or whatever. This guy's an absolute legend. But he's an honorary legend, obviously. He's not going to be above any of these guys. Next up is Julian Alvarez, the guy that completed football when he signed for City. Listen, this guy is world class. We lost out on him. I don't care. I think we should have never sold him. He's the greatest striker in the world after Haaland. So I'm going to put him in world class. And look who's next. As I just mentioned his name, Erling Haaland. I don't care. If he was only here for a season, I would have put him in club legend as well. Because this guy is absolutely great and I love him. And yeah, he's definitely... I'm not going to put him above these guys because they've been there for longer. But he's definitely between them somewhere. Absolute legend in every meaning of the word. Inside, outside of football, literally the whole thing. And if this was a tier list for YouTubers, he'd also be in the S tier. Next up is Manuel Akanji. Now, Dortmund fans were also thanking us for signing him off of them. And it may be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This guy was so great when he played for us. That being said, he did get away with murder so much because in that Champions League final, he gave away a chance that could have easily been scored if one of the Inter players wasn't a bit selfish. In that game against Spurs with that whole Stefan Ortega save, he gave away that chance as well. So yeah, I'm not going to put him in world class because of these, but he's definitely in good. But I love the guy. I absolutely love him, and I'd put him in club legend if it weren't for these footballing mistakes. Next up is Calvin Phillips, and I'm just going to put him in big mistake. I would have loved to see him do well. He's an absolutely lovely character. He's an absolutely friendly guy, and he signed from Leeds as well, and I love Leeds. But he just wasn't good at football, which is exactly what you need as a football club. So yeah, he was a big mistake as a signing. As a guy, absolutely class. I'd put him in the legendary status of being a good guy, but this is not that, so yeah. Next up is Sergio Gomez. Now, Sergio Gomez I was expecting a lot more from, but I don't think he got his chance. I think many other players got a much bigger chance and a longer duration to prove themselves than Sergio Gomez, and I still think he did a decent job, so I'm just going to put him in did their job. Next up is Stefan Ortega. Now, Stefan Ortega is not a world-class keeper. He's a great keeper. He's obviously above good. But I'm tempted to put him in world class because of that save against Spurs that I mentioned. We wouldn't have won the league without him, so I'm still going to put him in good just because of the integrity of the tier list. So next up is the Croatian Rolls Royce, Josko Gvardiol. Now, in my opinion, this guy is the greatest centre-back we have right now. The best on the ball, the best with headers, the best with defending, the best with everything. I'm so glad we signed him. He's one of the greatest talents in the world. So I'm definitely putting him in here somewhere. I'm just going to put him... Yeah, I'm going to put him here. And I'm going to knock down Cancelo. Because he's somewhere here. And I think... Okay, wait. Let's put Guardiola here. Julian Alvarez here. And yeah, that's perfect. Next up is Kovacic. Now, Kovacic, I never really understood as a signing. He was there to kind of replace Gundogan after he left because Gundogan was aging. So we signed someone exactly with the same profile, just a little bit worse than him. So yeah, in my opinion, he hasn't been the greatest signing. He hasn't given us much like the others did. Gundogan had so many moments in that position, and Kovacic just hasn't given us these moments. That being said, he did have a great World Cup, and he just said that he's staying another year. So I hope he does better this season. And yeah, I'm just going to put him in did their job because that's what he's been doing, I guess. Next up is Matheus Nunes. Now, Matheus Nunes is a good player. He does have the potential to go to world class soon if he keeps up the performances that he kept up last season, because this guy, Pep forced him into that right back position. This guy was a winger. He didn't do well in the winger position, and Pep forced him into that right back position, and he did absolutely amazingly last season. I think he was unplayable at times, but obviously not a world-class right back because it's just not his natural position. So I'm keeping him at good for now. Next up is Jeremy Doku. Now, Jeremy Doku is just world-class. He is literally world-class. I don't know what else to tell you. The most entertaining person to watch in football right now. Always keeps you at the edge of your feet. I just hope he unlocks finishing a little bit further. He did do it quite a bit last season. He scored that goal against Liverpool. He scored a few more goals. But I think there's more to come from Jeremy Doku. That's just the beginning. So yeah, world-class. Next up is Savinho. Now, I'm so opinionated about Savinho because this guy came to replace Riyad Mahrez. He even took his number. He was that Brazilian baller, dribbler coming in from Girona, having a really good season the season before, and he absolutely did nothing. All he does is literally just dribble past a player or two, gets himself in the perfect position to cross, and just crosses it right into the defender. So I'm just going to put him in below average because I feel like that's exactly where he belongs. Next up is Echeverri. Now, I'm just going to put him in no comment just because he hasn't had his chance to prove himself yet. He's been sent on loans here and there. He made a wrong decision of picking the club he was going to go on loan to. And yeah, he didn't do well with Leverkusen, and then he got sent to Girona, I think. So we're going to see him this season. I hope he does well. Maybe they loan him out again, but yeah, no comment for now. Next up is Husanov. Now, Husanov is a good player. I'd put him in world class, but this guy has to just level his head a little bit. He's a bit too hot-headed with these tackles. He just goes right in there and just kicks the guy off the floor and gets a card. So yeah, he has potential to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. He has the aggression for it, but he just needs to be a little bit more level-headed in my opinion. He's going to be world-class soon though. Next up is Vitor Reis. Now, like Echeverri, I'm just going to put him in no comment because he's going to make, I'm guessing, his seasonal debut in City this season, and I think he's going to do well. He was doing really well last season on loan, so I'm looking forward to seeing him in the team. Next up is my boy Omar Marmoush, my apparent lookalike, or like maybe I'm his lookalike. But yeah, I wish this guy was as good as he was in Frankfurt. I think he has so much potential still. I think he has so much quality, and I think his ball striking ability is one of the best in the world. But he's lost so much confidence last season, so much. We saw it towards the end of the season. We saw it with Egypt. He missed so many chances, and then he lost even more confidence. So I'm just going to put him in below average. Maybe it was a big mistake for him to join City. I'm not going to say it's a big mistake for us to sign him. But yeah, I think he may need to leave City to revitalize his career, basically. But I hope Maresca finds a way to fit him into the system of the club, and I hope he regains his form because he's Egyptian. I'm Egyptian. And yeah, I hope he does well. Last but not least, Nico Gonzalez, the guy that's going to carry the torch of Rodri, and the guy that carried us through the first half of the season last season until Rodri came and obviously food chained him into the bench. So I'm going to put him in good because as of now he's been just good. He hasn't been world class. He hasn't showed us the greatest hints of another Rodri, but he's getting there. He's getting there. Rodri's first 2 seasons at City were absolutely atrocious, so you never know. Maybe this guy turns out just like Rodri. And yeah, that's my tier list. Let me just quickly look through them. The guys in no comment are gonna stay in no comment. Big mistakes, Obviously Nolito, Calvin Phillips, unfortunately. Marmoush has been below average, yeah. I think this guy, I'm just gonna put him in no comment because I feel like I'm doing him a bit of an injustice putting him in below average. Ferran Torres was below average, Angelino was below average. I could even put him in, yeah, no, I'm just going to leave him below average. Claudio Bravo is below average. Savinho is definitely below average. Kovacic has been doing his job. He continues to do his job. I hope he rises to world class and good. He's obviously a world class player, but I'm just saying as a signing for City, he's just been there and did his job. Sergio Gomez did his job. Didn't get his chance, as I said. Danilo did his job. I could even put Danilo in good, you know. I'm actually going to put Danilo in good because he was there for that 100-point season. Yeah, I'm just keeping him there. Nico Gonzalez, definitely good. Stefan Ortega. You know what? I'm keeping him in good because I was going to say he did his job, but that save against Tottenham. Can't put him below good. Now, Mateus Nunes. I could drop him to did his job because I feel like he just did do his job. He hasn't given us anything more than that so far. And I feel like the others here did, in a sense. So I'm going to put him in did his job. Yeah, I'm going to put him in did his job. Next up is Husanov. He's been absolutely good. Akanji. Thing is, the naming of these tiers is a bit off because I wouldn't call him world class, but he's just been absolutely, like, he's obviously above these guys. Okay, I'm just going to leave him here. Aymeric Laporte was great. This should be great and this should be good. And then this should just be But anyway, Gabi was good. Joao Cancelo, I'm going to drop down to... No, I'm just going to keep him in world class because I feel like his footballing ability was world class. Jack Grealish, world class. I'm willing to die on that. Josko Gvardiol, Rolls Royce. Doku is there. Alvarez is there. Sane is there. Ruben Diaz, I could bump up a little bit, but no, I'm just going to keep him there. Scott Carson. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to put him and did their job. But just know that this guy's a club legend. I'm going to put him and did his job because he literally did his job. He was there to basically warm up the keepers. Ake, club legend. Erling Haaland, already a club legend. Rodri, what can I say? Obviously a club legend. He's even above these guys. I love Riyad Mahrez, man. Kyle Walker as well. Ederson, underrated. Bernardo, Capitan. Johnny Stones. My other captain, my treble-winning captain, Ilkay Gundogan. And yeah, that's it for the tier list video. I think I did well. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I missed a few points here and there. Maybe I should have knocked some up or down. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and all that cliche stuff. And I'll be back soon with another potentially tier list video, potentially something else. I don't know, whatever I feel like at the time. So yeah, goodbye.